Hey guys, Zombie Girl here with another toy review. I'm sorry it took me so long to do a review. It's just that I've been in the moving process, and moving is a bitch, as you all know. But as you see, I'm not usually where I usually do all my reviews. I'm at T-Money 2185's house. He lends me his space, so I have his space to work with. But so thank you, T-Money 2185. Appreciate the space. So here I have a box. I'm doing another Spawn toy review. Let's get into the packaging before I get to the toy, which I never do, but I like the packaging, so I'm gonna review the packaging first. Basically the toy is a Spawn villain. If you guys saw my comic book review a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, if you guys recognize him, I did a comic book review on his character. Again, he's a Spawn villain. His name is the Desiccator. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I will put that on the screen. Here's a picture of the figure that I have. And as you could see, I don't know if you guys can see, here's other toys you could probably pick up. If it's blurry, I'm sorry. But the packaging is really cool, and on the back it has other figures you can probably pick up that's not related to Spawn. I think that's the crow or something on the box. And it gives you details on how to disassemble the toy and how to put them together, and he's not really high maintenance. It just gives a couple of instructions on how to, use the toy. And here's the other view of the side. It says Spawn right there. And some other figures these are the collectible figures for this box set you can pick up. I think there are other Spawn villains and other comic book characters from the cartoon and comic book. And the front of the box, here's a picture on the side, and it says Spawn. And yeah, it's a really cool box. So let's get into the figure now. Here's the figure. The one thing I like about this figure is that it's very large and extremely detailed and very colorful. He's an actual action figure. He's not a statue, because I know Todd McFarlane does a lot of statue figures, which I do love his statue figures, but when he does come around to making action figures, I make sure I pick them up, because he rarely does action figures, it seems like. But yeah. So the one thing I like about this toy is I like all the weapons he has. He has like a really big gun right here on the side, and the trigger for it's right in his hands, which you can take out. Well, it's kind of hard to take out, but you can take it out. And it has a feature right here that you can wind it, I think this way, like 3 times or 4 times. And then there's a little switch right here. You just press that and it spins. I don't know if I'm winding it right. Let me see. Well, it does it. I don't know why it's not doing it, but it does it. And I like all the little details with the wires and the weapons that he has in the back. I think this is like, in the comic book, like, because he's part demon, part machine, so I think in the back these are like the little chemicals that goes inside his body to help him, I think, live or whatever. I really don't understand, but he has a lot of stuff on him that does a lot of different things. As articulation wise, he moves in his arm 360, but it's kind of like hard to move his arm full 360 because of the wires is kind of stopping it, but his arms do move 360, and his joints are all on ball joints. His head is on a ball joint, and his head moves 360, but it's kind of, the gun is in the way, but it really does move 360. This head is like mostly on a ball joint, and his moves up and down, side to side. His mouth opens and closes, as you can see. And I like that feature that his mouth can open and close, because when you pose him any way you want, you could either have his face this way or his mouth open, which I prefer it open because it makes him look more aggressive. His legs move 360. he's on one joint on his legs because of all the stuff that's on his legs. So his legs only move in one area, and that's just in this joint right here. That's it. But articulation-wise, he doesn't move that much, but the points that he does move does count. He moves in this waist full 362. But again, I think this is the most detailed toy I have of Todd McFarlane's. I kind of like this Spawn villain in particular because he has so much weapons and he has so much going on with them. I kind of like him better than the Clown because he has more details and more colors, and I like the little happy face he has right there. It reminds me of the Watchmen. It's really funny. But yeah, I think this toy cost me like, I think $25. It's really cheap because it actually looks like $100 toy, to be honest, because of the amount of detail on him. But let me get a closer look at my face, and he's kind of like, his type of fabric is like mostly rubber and plastic, and he only came with one accessory, and it's this chain with little skulls on it. It's kind of cool. I don't know, you could just place it anywhere you want on him, you know, it's just a cool little accessory. But he's very large in scale. I mean, I didn't really take a ruler out and see how tall he was, but he's a really big figure. But I will do a size comparisons after I'm done reviewing him to see how large he is. But I'm very pleased with this toy. I have no bad feedback to tell you guys about him, other than I wish he moved more in certain places, but I'm perfectly fine with that. Even that's the only thing I have to say about it, that I wish he moved more. But he's a really cool action figure, and I think Todd McFarlane did a really good job with him. And posability wise, he's not really high maintenance posability wise. You could just, he's good as is, but if you want to do something to him, you could probably move his arms a different way, move his head a different way, have his head going to the side and like that, maybe, I don't know, to make him look more aggressive. But posability wise, he's not very high maintenance. He's a really good display piece, and you could actually play with him because he's an actual action figure. So I'll do the size comparisons with other toys that I have. Oh, he tumbled. Compared to the Spawn action figure I have, sorry guys, compared to the Spawn action figure that I have, and compared to my zombie Captain America and Big Daddy from BioShock video game, if you guys are familiar with him. That's my size comparisons with Desiccator, Spawn action figure, zombie Captain America, and Big Daddy from the BioShock video game. He's a very large toy, very large. But I'm very pleased with him because compared to my other toys, he's very detailed. He has a lot going on with him. I think that's what really struck me to buying him. In particular, he's really, really detailed. I'm a detailed junkie and I just love it. It's a great toy. I suggest you guys pick it up. I got it from my local comic book store, but you guys could probably Google him and probably look for him on eBay or Big Bad Toys, or you know, but he's a really cool toy. I'm really happy with them, and I'm glad I got it. That was my Desiccator Spawn toy review, and I hope you guys liked it. Thank you. Till next time.